In a world painted with every shade of normal, one small blue cat named Oggy felt distinctly gray. Lounging listlessly in his cozy home, he gazed out the window, his red scarf a lone splash of color against his ennui. Beyond the pane lay a vibrant, sprawling jungle, a wild tapestry of greens and secrets that called to the adventurous spirit dormant within him. He longed for something more, a dash of excitement to spice up his quiet life, but the jungle remained a distant, tantalizing dream. One dusty afternoon, while searching for a book to pass the time, Oggy's paw brushed against a forgotten tome. Tucked between its faded pages was an old, crinkled map, its lines faint, but its promise bold. It depicted a winding path through the very jungle he had been admiring, leading to a spot marked with a skull and crossbones. The legendary treasure of the Whispering Woods. A spark ignited in Oggy's eyes. His boredom evaporated, replaced by a thrilling sense of purpose. This was it. This was the adventure he craved. The next morning, Oggy stood at the edge of the jungle, a tiny backpack secured on his shoulders and an oversized magnifying glass clutched in his paw. And so our pint-sized protagonist, armed with little more than courage and questionable eyewear, ventures into the great unknown. A playful, unseen voice narrated. Each rustle of leaves made him jump, and every shadow seemed to hide a monstrous beast. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and exotic flowers, a world away from his quiet living room. His first major obstacle came in the form of a grumpy gorilla, a colossal creature with a perpetually annoyed expression who blocked a narrow pass. The gorilla folded his massive arms, a clear sign that passage was denied. Oggy, after a moment of panic, noticed a bunch of bananas hanging just above the gorilla's head. With a clumsy leap and a bit of slapstick scrambling, he managed to dislodge the fruit, creating a distraction. As the gorilla grumbled and gathered the unexpected snack, Oggy zipped past, a triumphant grin on his face. Further on, his path was cut off by a wide, rushing river. He tried leaping across, only to land with a splash. He attempted to build a bridge from a flimsy twig, which snapped instantly. Just as despair began to set in, he spotted a giant lily pad floating near the bank. With a hopeful meow, Oggy pushed it into the current and hopped aboard. The makeshift raft spun and wobbled, nearly tipping him into the churning water, but he held on tight, eventually drifting to the other side, soaked but successful. Next, he found himself in a bewildering maze of tangled vines. It was a labyrinth of green, with paths leading to dead ends and looping back on themselves. He got comically stuck, his head popping out in one place while his tail was caught in another. From the canopy above, a group of mischievous monkeys watched, their playful eyes gleaming as they chattered and giggled at his plight. They seemed to enjoy the spectacle, offering no help, only cheerful mockery. Following the map's cryptic symbols, Oggy finally arrived at a set of ancient, overgrown ruins. Moss clung to the crumbling stone walls, and a mysterious, quiet aura hung in the air. This was the place. The treasure had to be nearby. But just as he began his search, the mischievous monkeys descended from the trees. They snatched his map and led him on a wild, chaotic chase through the crumbling corridors and forgotten chambers, their laughter echoing through the ruins. Thinking fast, Oggy pulled a banana from his pack and strategically dropped the peel, sending the lead monkey into a comical, harmless slip and allowing him to retrieve his map. The final clue on the map was a riddle that pointed not to a chest, but to a hidden grotto behind a waterfall. Pushing through the cool curtain of water, Oggy's eyes widened in awe. The chamber wasn't filled with gold or jewels. Instead, at its center grew a single breathtaking flower whose petals glowed with a soft ethereal light, bathing the grotto in a magical luminescence. This, he realized, was the true treasure, a natural wonder of unparalleled beauty. Oggy returned home as the sun set. Not a wealthy cat, but a changed one. He didn't carry riches, but clutched in his paw was a single small petal from the glowing flower, a shimmering memento of his journey. He placed it in a vase on his windowsill, where it cast a gentle, comforting light. He was no longer the bored cat who stared out the window. He was Oggy the adventurer, his heart full of memories and his eyes already scanning the horizon for the next grand escapade.